Multiple sclerosis affects twice as many people in our area as expected for an area this size. In this week's Health Watch, News Channel 10's Michelle Langowski shares how one man is not letting the disease slow him down.
There is no real way to track how many are affected by multiple sclerosis. The National MS Society estimates there to be 800 people in the Texas Panhandle and Tri-State area with the disease. Heath Henderson was diagnosed 5 years ago and feared the worst.
At one point, I pictured myself pretty much bedridden at the house and just making my doctor's appointments. And then there was a couple of times that the doctors thought I was getting so bad with my MS, it wasn't stopping, that they didn't think I was going to make it in the hospital.
In 2007, Heath began noticing numbness in his legs and couldn't figure out what was causing it. After some tests, he was told he had multiple sclerosis. His sudden onset of symptoms isn't unusual.
Someone may feel completely fine today, and then maybe tomorrow they'll have an exacerbation and they could wake up blind. They could wake up missing function in a portion of their body. They may be at a grocery store and suddenly find themselves unable to walk.
Heath spent about 8 months in a wheelchair, constantly in pain, but he says he was determined to get back on his feet.
When I got diagnosed with MS, I dealt with a lot of pain and issues in my body and spasticity. So I was always searching. I got tired of being on medicines all the time. So I was searching for alternative reliefs that I could get from the pain that I was having in my legs and lower back.
That's where he came up with the idea to create Panhandle Body Workers. It was through massage therapy, Chinese cupping therapy, and other methods that he found relief. And he wanted to share that with others who were suffering and in pain.
My thoughts are if you have the determination and the help with like the MS Society and all the support, you can get back up and running and living a normal life.
It's kind of unusual to see someone so young with such severe progression of the disease. But, just to think that, we saw him a few years ago at Christmas and, he was struggling to walk, and then now to see him today thriving in a business is quite a turnaround.
It's not known what causes MS and there isn't a cure. However, today's treatments are helping delay the progression of the disease. You can help raise money to find a cure by joining this year's Walk MS. The walk will be held Saturday, April 14th at Caprock High School in Amarillo. The goal is to raise $130,000. Money collected goes toward research and financial assistance to help those struggling to pay their medical expenses. A typical patient will pay about $70,000 a year for treatments and testing. Live in the studio, Michelle Langowski, News Channel 10.